welcome to Dude, Date Your Wife. On this episode, we want to welcome all the ladies. Thanks for tuning in. We're glad to have you here. And here's the idea of the day. The idea is this: I would rather lose at every argument to win at my marriage than to win at every argument and lose at my marriage. Let me say that again. I would rather lose every fight, every argument, every disagreement, and win at my relationship and my marriage than to win at every argument to prove that I'm right, to get my last word in, and in doing so, lose at our marriage. You see, we need to change the parameters, and we need to get a whole different perspective of what winning in conflict looks like. Here, let me put it to you this way. Maybe you play board games with friends, or I know for me and my family, my kids love to play video games with me, so we play video games. And my mission in doing so is not to compete and to win, even though I'm a pretty good Mario Kart player. But my mission is to have fun with them and to hang out and just to enjoy each other. See, what if we took that parameters and what if we took that stance when we come to conflict? Yeah, you're going to have conflict, and sometimes marriage really does seem like a battlefield, but it's not about me getting my way. It's really about preserving the relationship. Because think of it like this: if I win at the argument, then chances are my wife is going to feel like she loses. And it's not a competition. It's not a sport where you win, you get the prize, you go home and you celebrate. But winning in relationship is when somebody else is losing, and then you got to go home, and it's never fun to live with somebody who lost or feels like they lost. So let me give you an example of this. Let's say you're headed to a party, and you make a couple wrong turns, and you get there late, and your friends are like, "Oh, hey, what happened? Why are you guys late?" And your wife says, "Well, he took a wrong turn on Stapley, and he made like 4 wrong turns, but we got here anyways." You see, it doesn't make any sense for you to take a defensive posture and to say, "You know what, I took a wrong turn on Main Street. It's because you were talking to me and I only made 3 wrong turns instead of 4. Like, that's not going to benefit your relationship. That's a conflict that's not even worth having. It's not important. Or let me give you another example. Let's say your wife says, "You know what, we had like 4 overdraft charges and you forgot to tell me it spent some different money and some other stuff came out." Like, you could immediately take a defensive posture and prove that you're right and say, "You know what, I can't believe you're bringing this up. We've already talked about this and it was only 3 overdraft charges and not 4. And I'm going to go online and I'm going to prove that it was only 3 and da-da-da-da-da." You see, taking that posture is not going to benefit your relationship. Sure, you could prove that you were right, but the fact is a better way to answer that scenario would be like, "You know what, you're right. I hate paying $1 worth of overdraft charges. I can't stand it when we do that. What do we need to do? What type of system? How can I help, work it out to where we can work this out on a team?" And when you take that approach, it's going to make your relationship a lot better. You see, again, let's keep in mind that the value is the marriage, the relationship, and the friendship, and enjoying each other, building each other up, as opposed to getting in a posture where you're like, "Oh my gosh, we're gonna grind this out and we're gonna have a big fight." You see, that's what really hurts marriages, and when we feel like we have to win. And this fly is all in my face. Anyways, I want to leave you with this. Do a little homework assignment for me. Think about what ways that you could encourage your wife. So here's my question for you. What is one thing that you can value about your spouse? In 5 seconds when this video ends, I want you to take your phone out and I want you to send them a text. "You know what, honey, I really appreciate and I really value when you do this," and fill in the blank. Anyways, that's my thoughts for the day. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget, dude, date your wife. Boom!